Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of When You Meet a Leader, where you can tune in to elite interviews of prominent community leaders focusing on what makes people tick, designed to help you learn what it takes to succeed. I'm your host, Vasudha Sharma. It's a pleasure to bring yet another very special guest with us today. Her name is Magda. Hello, Magda. We are so excited to have you on the show. Let me quickly introduce you to our listeners and viewers. Magda is calling you to light up your life with your fullest heart expression. She is healing love teacher, breakthrough coach, transformational speaker, and best-selling author. Magda specializes in mental health, nursing, and has served as a nurse for over a decade. The book, Possibility, Heal, Darkness, shares the lessons and knowledge that she has gained throughout her healing journey. What separates her from other teachers is her child spirit and calming presence. Her clients experience a life full of success, celebration, and love. Magda appreciates her connection to her faith, family, dancing, yoga, and the ocean. Welcome, Magda.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so excited to jam out and chat and be in the space with you. This is so wonderful. Thank you. So today is a beautiful day, just like any other day. It's lovely. It's April. It's part of spring. It feels like summer. I am grateful for this time to be able to speak, to share this airtime with you. So honored. This is exciting. Technical difficulties. Settings. Audio. Hello? No? Hello? Oh, hello? Maybe? Okay, so sometimes there are technical difficulties and we need to work at these things a little bit to be able to be heard. Too funny that one of the reasons that I came into business was because I came to understand that people yearn to be seen and be heard, and that is part of love and service, is to stand up and speak our minds, speak our truths, and that is one of the things that I stand in space for my clients. Because a lot of us feel like pain because we aren't seen and we aren't heard, and we feel this way, and we want to feel fulfilled in life. And so a lot of us spend time reading self-growth books, and society tells us that it's just within our reach to actualize, to become our highest potential. And it feels sometimes elusive. And our own critical mind gets in the way and has ourselves feeling disappointed. And I am here standing in service, standing in as a healing love teacher for you to be seen, heard, and remind you that you are loved.
I'm so sorry. There was a technical problem. I couldn't hear. I'm back again. Do you want me to start from the beginning?
I don't know if I can even be heard. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you now. I apologize, the miracles of technology. Sorry.
That's
uh,
okay.
but I really admire what you do. I'm very much interested in knowing a lot more about your book. So if you're ready, I can move on to that question.
Yes.
Absolutely. So tell me, what led you to write the book?
What led me to write Possibility Heals Darkness? I've been called to do this from so long ago. And I know that it's been on my heart to share my story in a way that provides tools to leave a light on for others, for anyone that's felt like they've been left in the dark. To remind others to brilliantly shine upward and outward and raise each other up, because we're not alone and we are loved. And that's what my pages convey. And it's important to not only have the ideas and the reading of the things, but also the takeaway habits and self-practices and writing and meditating and the things that we can put into ritual for our daily lives, and the questions and the reflections, along with the logical mind things and the stories that we share that connect myself with my readers. I think that's
Absolutely. It's a beautiful book. I have been definitely trying to grab my copy right now, and the Kindle reviews are awesome. I have gone through the Kindle version, and you have done an awesome job. Of course, it's a bestseller. So what has changed in your faith recently?
My faith started off a little confusing. I think a lot of people might have relate to this story. I was raised a Catholic. I went to Catholic school for all of my upbringing. And I just felt really stuck in the rules and the guilt and the shame and the sins and the whole confusion on that front. And I veered away from church, and I heard that Santa Claus wasn't real, so I threw away as a kid later on, like the whole belief in anything. And as an adult recently, I have felt God's presence, and I have faith in something grander than myself. And just the first day of spring on 3/20, I was dunked into some water, and I said that, I have this relationship with God and I want to further that relationship, because I know that I'm getting a message that I'm supposed to be of service and be a vessel for others' growth. And I'm just continuing to say yes and continuing to unfold the how to go about doing that. And it's not so much for me about religion. It's more so the relationship between myself and the Most High.
That's beautiful. So it's more towards spirituality than the actual, proper definition of what you're practicing. It's more towards connecting to your inner self and spirituality, and that's beautiful. I mean, that's what most of the different types of faith eventually point to. So that's beautiful. How has your role as a nurse affected the way you want to contribute to your community?
My role as a nurse definitely has shown me how to meet others where they're at. There's a lot of pain in the world. There's a lot of suffering. And it's just a reminder as to the importance of empathy and compassion, and just how much the world needs healing at all stages of life, and how it's a continual process, and how I want to continue to show up to that process and be a part of my own healing and others' healing, and just expand outward from there.
Absolutely. I think empathy is definitely very important, and especially the modern times. With post COVID, everybody has been through so much, and we are just beginning to feel a little bit back to normal again. Empathy is the key. In fact, I'm passionate towards the early childhood education, and one of the very key thing I focus in even very early on in their education is empathy. So I feel like that's definitely a very important attribute to look forward to.
And I know that your past, you've had also healthcare, being a doctor of physical therapy, is it?
Yeah, I have a doctorate in physical therapy, so I've worked with seniors, women, and children. So yes, absolutely.
Yes. It's a great place to learn about how to be empathetic firsthand.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't function in our profession, in the healthcare industry. Yeah, that's the number one thing. You have to understand others' pain. But that's definitely very well said. I want to move on to my next question. What event are you leading coming up that you're very excited about?
Okay, so I'm hosting what's called Your Oasis. It's within you. It's an event. It's going to be the 14th, a Thursday, 14th of April at 7 p.m. It's for anyone who's local to South Florida. It's going to be at Yo Soy Space in Miami. And it's, again, the theme is healing. So there's going to be breath work and music. And my wish, want, hope, desire is for those to just be in a position of rest and relaxation and receive any messages from my voice that will nourish the soul, and for others to realize that they have access to an oasis, that they don't have to go somewhere far away or go to an island or travel somewhere, that it's already within us.
Well, congratulations on accomplishing that, that big plan you have to, raise awareness and promote your book and have that event for your community. I think it's going to be awesome. I look forward to, get all the bites. I wish I could be there, but I live in Seattle. Anytime I can go to that part of the country, I would love that. But
Yes.
but yeah, congratulations on that, and I wish you very, success. And I know you're going to do great. But overall, when you do, like, you have written a book, you do so much of community connection, and then events. You have also founded the institute, Beams Institute. What gives you joy? Like, what brings you joy?
I experience joy with gratitude for who I really realize that I am. I am whole and complete, and that in and of itself, when I remember that brings me so much joy. I don't need any fixing. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing that anybody else needs to fix. We're all whole and complete, and that provides me so much joy. And what that looks like outwardly is any expression of my inner child, screaming, jumping, laughing, playing. I was just talking to a friend about how I want to go to like a bouncy town, like just a trampoline playground or something, and just bounce around. And anytime there's dance, I see myself at the event, like having the rest and the relaxation, but after moments of being in the stillness, to get up and just dance and not worry about what that looks like, but just an expression of our soul.
I think it is beautiful to see, the unique set of things which bring you joy, and about it. Knowing about what brings you joy is the first step in achieving it. And I really say that, it reflects so much on you, whatever you do. That joy, we can see it in everything you do. Gratitude is definitely the key here, because, and actually this morning, that was one of the affirmation I did. I wanted to really thank so many people who have made me what I am today, in every possible way. I think gratitude really helps me a lot in, having a feeling of fulfillment and joy. And I completely agree with you that that's the first thing. So that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing. So tell us, where can people find your book, and how they can find you, how they can connect to you?
Yes, there's so many receptors and tentacles that we have out there, and I just want to say that you're never alone. And the methods to communicate with me are also numerous. So I have my online space, which is magdasaez.com, magdasaez.com. And then also on Facebook, I am Magda Saez, and my current profile picture is this like honey yellow shirt, and there's the sky in the background. Also, another thing that brings me joy is outside nature. Yes, ocean, yes, sunshine, moonshine. Okay, and then the other ways to connect with me, I also have Instagram, Beams Institute. So it's BI_Magda Saez. That's my Instagram. And those are just some of the ways. There's a connect on my website also to send me messages. And that's how you can find me. And then the book, if you would love to snag your copy and for it to be signed by me, there is a My Book link under my website for The Possibility Heals Darkness, 17 Ways to Lead with Your Heart and Light Up Your Life. Oh, so excited.
So have you been able to do any in-person event yet?
In-person events, I've been doing in-person events with teaching yoga, leading meditation circles, leading groups within my roles, my previous roles, and this will be my event first time in Florida, because I recently migrated from the cold, snowy place of Chicago. So this will be my first event since my move.
And yeah, especially as we are coming out of pandemic, I think it's gonna get a little bit simpler with the in person, and maybe more and more such events can happen in future, hopefully.
Exactly.
So, I want to thank Rainier Avenue Radio World to, help us bring this episode today to share with our viewers and audience. And, I want to really thank their platform for the opportunity to present yet another episode of When You Meet a Leader. I am so, I'm enjoying the conversation so much. I'm going to continue with just few more questions, if I may. One of the things which I usually see in authors is, as they are trying to commit themselves to write a book, sometimes it is very challenging to fulfill that commitment. There's so much going on in our lives. And so what do you feel, what has helped you to remain accountable to your goals?
Remaining accountable is to check in with my why. Why is it that I am showing up, and for who is it that I'm showing up? And a big part of what I'm about is community, connecting with community to keep one accountable. Having friends that are doing similar things, that have the same sort of mission in life, and reaching out to them and holding each other accountable. I'm so for accountability buddies, and just checking in with the higher power. Like, is this something that is in line with my own mission, or is this something that is distracting me away from what it is that I need to be doing? And just checking in with yourself. Like, is this on my heart? Is this in alignment? So faith, community, and self-practice, self-discipline, meditating? What is it that you're excited to wake up and do for your rituals every day?
I think that's very, very true. To have an accountability partner, be it your spouse or be it your friend or be it anybody like your mentor, keeping those checks in place. We sometimes get so hard on ourselves and we think we can do it all. But reaching out and trying to find a partner who can support you, and you can support their journey as well, is key to the success. Never work in isolation. I guess that's something I have learned as an author as well, because the more I have reached out, the more powerful I've felt. So and then being there for others as well. So that's so true, to have that accountability and have that partner, to somebody who can keep you on track. So one thing I want to know is, what how do you define fulfillment? Like, what do you think is a true idea of fulfillment?
Fulfillment, that's a great word. Feeling so full, so full. And I love this metaphor of having a cup, and how it's our responsibility to fill our own cup, and then just like the outpouring of the overflow. And if we're ever not feeling full, to know the things that bring us joy and that keep us back in gratitude, to continue the overflowing of our own cup. So fulfillment can mean so many things. For me, there's definitely a success component. Like, am I touching at least one other person's life? Am I also staying in the flow of financial abundance to keep myself grounded and my basic needs met, and to be able to contribute and collaborate and partner with other people in terms of giving? Because, giving to my own pocket or having a car or whatever, I mean, that's great. But also to be in collaboration with contributing to a charity, to an organization, to partnering, that is, part of my fulfillment. And yeah, just keeping ourselves in the whole and complete and the fullness of our own hearts and vessels with joy and peace. And I do feel called to share that also. I remember how fulfilled I feel when I have this like happy sad on my face, and I've been embracing crying lately, because it just shows how full my life is, to be able to express laughter and sadness at the same time. And it's just really overwhelming, and it's a reminder of how full I can feel.
Yeah, absolutely. We fulfillment is not only about just us. Fulfillment is to definitely be able to acknowledge what we are going through. So the laughter and joy and sorrow and sadness, they are equally important. And I think that you brought a great point, that we always associate fulfillment with success, and we always associate fulfillment with just happiness, but it is so much to it. There is both sides of fulfillment, and you just have to accept. You have to accept what you undergo, what you feel. Your pain is real, and so is your. You cannot dismiss your feelings when you are trying to describe how you feel. So fulfillment, I really like the way you have put that. It's not only just one thing related to happiness. It's just both sides of the emotion, and that's beautiful. And for me personally, I feel more fulfilled when I see joy in others as well. I feel like I cannot be happy if people around me are miserable. So I definitely agree with you that the more happiness and the more joy we spread and share and reach out and give, it definitely helps us feel more fulfilled as well. So that's important and true. I am very curious. What's next for you? What's your next big project?
My next big project. Oh, that's a great question. The next endeavor for me is to continue with more events, with how to hold space for healing. And I think that it happens one step at a time. So my biggest focus is for this event that's coming up in a few weeks. And then after that, I would love to be able to hold an event also related to the book at Books and Books, and do an in-person author event where I speak and I share about my book, and just continue to spread what's on my heart. And I get more clarity and more things come into play. I mean, there's so many things on the trajectory, right? But it's like we kind of do one thing at a time. Like I see myself also doing retreats and like hosting a retreat in Costa Rica, and having people come into community with one another, and really feeling just leaning into more soul spaces and how that can be carried out and celebrate joy and peace with one another.
Beautiful. Absolutely. One step at a time, we are building ourselves day by day. So that's true. But I personally have enjoyed the process of, this show as well. Every time I meet a guest on this show, there is so much I learn about the leadership styles and skills. And your style stands out so much, where you are so much focusing on defining joy and understanding it, and making sure that we look at possibilities more than anything else. So I think that's a great message. I want to hear it from you. What is your message to our viewers today? Like, what would you like to say as a part of your program and your book and everything else you do?
You are all the beauty that you see. You are all the beauty that you hear. You are whole and complete. You are always loved. You are never alone. Your message is so important, be it in the mess and be it in the organization. Just show up. So many people are excited to meet you and hear from you and experience the joy and the peace that is within your heart. And I'm so happy to be able to share my voice in this moment right now. And I am thankful for this show. I am thankful for you and the work that you've been doing with your book as well. And I just want to be in celebration of life and feeling into the joy and the aliveness of it, and breathe.
Good. I like that deep breath. We all need to do that every day. Being a physical therapist, I'm all about deep breathing. I call it smell the roses, blow the candle. So, so like you breathe in through your nose, so like you smell a rose, and you breathe out through your mouth like you're blowing a candle. So I love that deep breath, and that deep breath is the biggest R&R I can have anytime. It's available, and it's so helpful. So thank you for being on our show today and sharing all your pearls of wisdom and your beautiful thoughts. I really appreciate all of it. And thank you, Rainier Avenue Radio World, again for yet another episode of When You Meet a Leader. We will come again next time with yet another exciting personality to interview and to understand what it takes to what it takes to be successful. And we look forward to wishing